Well, hello again, folks. Here on the 11th of April 2025. Picked up my grandson from school today, and on the way home we see a little yard sale sign on a little side street. I says, you know what? I'm going down there. And it was a lady, about 40, little display there in the front yard and some stuff in the garage. I was looking at the tables, and I was just going to make a quick run through there. Take a minute and a half or less than that, we'd be out of there. I went around the corner and I looked at this table just full of mixed junk. And these Steins were all lined up there. I picked one up and I looked at it, and it was real. I had mine from West Germany when I served over there, and it found another home when I wasn't home for a couple of weeks, and somebody found another home for it. I'm going to go into that, but yeah, it really hurts to lose something like that. These are from the same period when I was there in the Cold War and a little earlier, all out of Germany, and they're pretty cool. Take a look here at the one on the 2nd Armored Division. This was an 8-inch unit. They had M110 8-inch howitzers. I met these guys. And the soldier, he was there. His name is Robert. Looks like Roberts. He was in Charlie, 2nd of the 1st, 1960. We'll move on here. This is the type of weapon he was on. It's an 8-inch howitzer, self-propelled howitzer. It looks like a big tank, but it's a huge cannon. Fires 200-pound shells. I was on these initially, and then went on to the M109. A little different. Another one, Bravo Battery, 2nd Battalion, 92nd Field Artillery. This was Antonio McLeod. If you know Antonio, I've got your Stein. Signal Corps, Bravo Company. Let's see, 34th Signal Battalion. This was a Spec 4 David, looks like Warner. David Warner. We have 1966. 1966. We'll go over here to the next one. This was Larry, looks like Wetters. He was from the 264th Field Artillery Battalion, Bad Kreuznach, Germany, in 1956. I don't think there's any other markings, but there we have Father Vickers, Spandelsheim Air Base, Germany. Okay. He was a member of the 49th Tactical Fighter Wing there, United States Air Force. That's back when they were still flying Phantoms. They were still flying F-4 Phantoms. There's a Phantom on the top of the domus. Okay. Let's see here. This belonged to Lieutenant J. Williams. J. Williams from 1954 to 1957. The 7422nd United States Air Force Hospital. Okay. And he was in Lyon, France. I don't know how this one got in there, but I took it anyway. All right. Here's the VOW 12th Detachment 31. This is Don Phil Phillips. Now this appears to be naval aviation. Okay, naval aviation. And we have the Yankee Tourists on the USS Coral Sea, which was a aircraft carrier. And we have VAW 12. Detachment 31. Okay. And Here's his Steinen. And the last one, I'm hiding this one. Nobody really wants to see this one at the end of a long day of drinking out of Steins, but here's one from Mannheim, where the famous Mannheim lockup is at. And the oatmeal doesn't taste very good in that Mannheim lockup. That's where the Mannheim military prison and lockup is for Americans over there. You mess up while you're in Europe, you'll find out where Mannheim is at. There's nothing else on here. It's just a virgin Mannheim Steinen. But let's see what's inside these. Okay. We pop the lids. We hold them up to the sun. And you see through the porcelain in the bottom, there's a fella right there in lederhosen. He's talking to a Fräulein. Jawohl. You put it over here, you can't see it so much. Shows in the light. Kind of fun, isn't it? See what's in the bottom of this one. Let's see. We get it the right direction here. Oh my God. I don't know. There's something right there. Oh boy. Now, I want to see which is in the bottom of the chaplain, Father Vickers, from the Air Force here. And this will be the last one we'll look at. What was Father Vickers looking at in the bottom of his Stein? Why, there's a fine officer in dress uniform making contact and shaking hands with a young Fräulein alongside a road there. Got a little castle in the background and so forth. What a nice thing. That's pretty cool. All right. Hard to believe you pick these things up like this. The lady, she said that they belonged to a veteran who had died last year. And I asked how much she wanted. $3 a piece for these. $3 a piece. And I happened to just have $30 on me. And I offered her more and she wouldn't take it. She absolutely not. And so, man, can you believe that? $24 total for all of these really cool vintage military Cold War beer steins from der Fatherland. Pretty cool. I'll be keeping these for quite a while. Thought you ought to like to look at these. All right. We'll see you all in the next one. Have a great day.